talk a little bit about some more of the joint locks and the subtlety of Kosho, dealing with smaller movements, okay? We're going to have Jared come in and we're just going to demonstrate a little bit. We're going to talk and work at the same time. We're going to go slow. So the way that we do some of the drills here is that we'll get a guy, he's going to throw 2 punches. The first punch, you're just going to do your shift, okay? You're moving out of the way, your zigzag. And then either you can deal with the other hand or you can deal with the retract inside the body to where you can start manipulating the joints, dealing with the folds. So as he goes to punch, I can, lock. Okay? As he goes to punch, you got here, he goes to punch again, I can pretty much deal with him, taking him to any angle of the octagon that I want. Or you can deal with the other hand, he goes to punch, so that it'll be 3 punches. He goes to punch and I'm shifting again, and he goes to punch again, and then you lock. You also can add your strikes there as well. You can go to the inside, he goes to punch, so again dealing with more of a Nikki or Z-lock type of thing. Then he goes to punch again, and that's when I'm going to deal with the lock. I'm not going to have him punch and freeze and then do the lock. That's good at the beginning, but the more advanced you get, you will always want to deal with secondary rotation because nobody's going to punch and freeze in the street. They're going to continue to come at you with their mass and their body. So you have to learn how to control their mass and cut them in half, pretty much controlling their center. Okay, if he punches deep, I still see I'm still moving to adjust for his center, but now I don't want to move again because maybe there's a wall there. I just don't feel like it. He goes to punch again. I want to control him. I want to make him move, not me. Okay, because I want to control the space. Let's say. And then you can lock them out. So what you can do for a drill for yourself at your school is think of the octagon and just start taking different joint locks and manipulating your partner to those angles. So we maybe take a Sanki or lifted elbow. He goes to throw a punch. He goes to punch again. So you can manipulate him to 1. He goes to punch. Manipulate him to 2. And so on. We'll do a couple more, so 3 and 4. He goes to punch. You can step underneath, manipulate him to those angles. He goes to punch, punches. And see how I'm controlling his joints, the folds of the body. So what you can also do is start, like I mentioned about retracting and protracting of the body or the arms, let's say. So if Jared comes in again, what you can deal with, like I said, is as he goes to punch, this is a protracting, it's coming out. But now if he decides to punch and freeze, I can't really manipulate him as much as I would like to because he's going to adjust and he's going to be able to roll around this and pop me in the face. But if I can catch him on the timing, if he's still extending and then he decides to freeze, I can still manipulate him, okay, because I'm dealing with proper timing. And then I can deal with the retracting side of the body. So as he goes to punch, I can deal with this. Okay. So you can pretty much pick anything you want. If he goes to punch, this half of his body is actually stepping through. It's protracting, or it's stepping out. And that side is retracting. So I can deal with pretty much anything. He goes to punch, I can deal with the retracting side of the body and still manipulate. He goes to punch, I can deal with the side that's coming out. Again, dealing with just proper timing. You can start, I call it pinballing or pinging the body. Where he goes to punch, I can, make the body retract and protract in different ways. If you got a guy who's really trying to attack you. Dealing with the head, he goes to punch. That's the idea. See, now this is a retracting right here, so then I deal with the side that's coming out, and it's a nice nasty fold. Then what you got to learn to do is manipulate this to control that. So if you're punching, I'm going to take you to 1. Okay, here I'm going to take you to 2. Back to 1. Okay. And I'm going to take you to my 3. Back. 4. I'll take you to 4, back to 1. Punch. Back to center. Sorry. Then I take you to 5. Okay. And I really like coming with that second rotation. Punch. See how I'm squeezing him. In Matosi's second book, they show how to develop a good root. And that's, remember the one stance I showed you? This, and then outward bow squeezing. That's all I'm doing. That's you're connecting yourself to the ground through your center by via the legs. Does that make sense? So if I'm like this, like I'm not gonna tighten anything up. You go to punch and you go to secondary punch. You see, that's how I'm gonna absorb a lot of that. But if you come in and punch and I can come here, now I'm squeezing my lower base. You feel the difference? How I'm stopping you. So punch like punch. I'm here, punch. Okay? Alright, so